So today we're going to be testing and reviewing the brand new Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. Now this just recently launched and I've been testing it out all week and I couldn't wait to share my results with you. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, I'm so excited for this video. I know I promised it a couple of weeks ago, but it just arrived last week and wouldn't you know, I've been testing it out every day. So I can't wait to share what I think about this new Grip Gel Tint from Milk Makeup. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing so much better this week. I don't know what it is. I think spring is in the air. Of course, we spring forward. Beware the Ides of March. In like a lion, out like a lamb. Anyway, let's go ahead and prime the complexion. Today, we are going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. Now, this is silicone-free, and the reason why I want to use this primer is because this Grip Gel Tint does not have any silicone in it. Let's go ahead with the Easy Blur. I reviewed this a couple of months ago, and it's actually a really nice primer. It's kind of pink like that. Let's go ahead and apply it to the areas of the face where we need smoothing. I like this primer because it is silicone-free, but it really does smooth out the complexion, hydrates it at the same time, but it is silicone free, and that's why I'm going with this particular primer. Now, as the primer is settling into the complexion, let's read up on this new Hydro Grip Gel Tint from Milk Makeup. Now, it retails for $36 and it comes in 15 flexible shades. Now, this whole thing about this new gel tint, it's supposed to grip to the complexion like their Hydro Grip primer. Now, I'm not a fan of that primer. I think it's because it has that ingredient, the blue agave extract, to grip on the complexion. And when I tested out that primer, I remember I had a slight allergic reaction to that. I did have a little breakout, and since I've been testing out this gel tint, I have some sort of a weird breakout through here. Maybe it's just a little bit of irritation. It could be from the blue agave extract that's in this gel tint. I think that's a big thing these days to get us to purchase these products if they infuse all sorts of skincare ingredients. This one, the Milk Hydro Grip, has triple powered hyaluronic acid to hydrate, of course, because it is supposed to be touting a very hydrating gel tint. It also contains squalane, of course, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide. It also contains aloe water and hemp seed. It's light coverage, but it's also buildable. It also has a natural dewy finish, and it's fragrance free. Although somebody on the Ulta website, I almost fell out when I read this. It's supposed to be fragrance free. However, somebody mentioned that it smells like toilet bowl cleaner. Toilet bowl cleaner. I don't know about you, but the toilet bowl cleaner that I use smells really, really good. So I don't have a problem with that, but yeah. Let's go ahead and shake it up. Now I picked up the shade 5, which is light neutral to warm. As you can see, it comes in a plastic squeezy tube, no frills. Yeah, I kind of got it dirty because I've been using it all week. Now you can pick this up at Sephora or now Ulta. Ulta is now carrying Milk Makeup products, so that's super exciting. If you are new to my channel, I do have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, melasma, fine lines, texture, pores. So I love testing out any type of skin tints or foundations for mature skin and just honing in on what's good and what works. Now, the first ingredient is water, and like I mentioned, this does not have any sort of silicones, and then I'll show you the consistency. So this is supposed to be a gel tint. And as you can see, it is very runny. Let's go ahead and warm it up on the back of the hand. It does feel like a gel. It feels very hydrating. Remember, it has all those skincare ingredients. And let's go ahead and apply it to the center of the face and see how this is going to look. Now, it says it has light coverage, but I was pleasantly surprised how much coverage you do get with this. Starting in the center and fanning it out, it does feel very lightweight, a really unique consistency. It is very jelly-like without being jelly. Does that make sense? It does feel quite different from a lot of the skin tints that I've been testing out recently, like the NYX Butter Glaze. Love this, by the way. So affordable. But this one has a little bit of a stickier consistency. I guess it's that blue agave, so it'll grip the complexion. but I'm just going in with my fingertips and smoothing it out. And I'm gonna take this brush from It Cosmetics, the flat airbrush. I tested this out last week, obsessed with it. It is such a cool brush. And I'm just smoothing it out, almost like painting the face. But I've been so obsessed with this brush because it really does apply foundation beautifully. And then right through the top, right through here. Okay, let's go ahead and bump the lights down so you can see what type of coverage we're getting. Here we are at 20% light, and as you can see, it is very, very light coverage. It is buildable, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more and show you what kind of coverage you can really get. I was pleasantly surprised this week how much coverage you do get with this. And it's supposed to be fragrance-free like I mentioned, but it does smell very clean and very fresh. So toilet bowl cleaner, I don't mind. Okay, and we're just building up the coverage, especially on my hyperpigmentation. But look how glowy the complexion is. Since I put a little bit extra over my hyperpigmentation, I'm just gonna take my kabuki brush and stipple it in. All right, see how much coverage we built up? Pretty impressive for a tint, don't you think? So let's go ahead and apply it to the other side. And again, taking the flat brush and just smoothing it out. Oh, I love this brush. I love how it just really, literally paints it on. So here we are with the gel tint on. What do you think, guys? It looks really glowy. It is supposed to be a naturally dewy finish, and we are definitely getting a glow without like a shimmer or anything like that. I think it's really hydrating. If you have dry skin, I think you're gonna love this. I really do. And with that the blue agave, it really does have that grippy like feel to the skin. Very light coverage. You can definitely build it up. But I think it's super pretty right now. So let's go ahead and apply some concealer. So for concealer, I'm just gonna go in with my Slip Tint Concealer from Saie. You know, this is one of my holy grails. It is beautiful. I've used it so often. As you can see, we're just gonna apply a tiny bit where we need it. This is very hydrating. It is also a serum. We're just gonna take a little bit and dot it right through there. And I'm in the shade 7. This also has niacinamide, so it'll naturally brighten up that area. And we're just tapping it in. Concealer and gel tint are on. You guys, this is such a hydrating, moisturizing gel tint. I can tell instantly the consistency of this. You can actually feel it grip to your complexion, but not in a bad way. Just like a really, oh, it's really on the skin, but also at the same time, it looks so hydrated, so plumped up and pretty. You guys, this is very promising. The coverage is more than what I expected, to be honest, from a tint. Let's go ahead and bronze up the complexion. And today I'm gonna be using the Gucci bronzer. I know it's expensive, but you know what? It's beautiful with a hydrating gel tint like this. I wanna set that just a little bit, but not take away the glow that it provides. So I'm just putting a touch of bronzer on just to give the complexion some warmth. Whenever I use a gel tint or skin tint, I do like to use powder products on top of it because it is so dewy. So I feel using a powder bronzer is really gonna set the complexion without taking away that glowiness. Now for blush, I'm just gonna go in with the Camo liquid blush from e.l.f. This is in Lilac. This is a great liquid blush that really lasts all day, has fantastic pigment, and you only need one dot. Look how pretty that's blending out. See how pretty that is? Oh, I am definitely in the spring mood. I'm tired of neutrals. I want bright, happy colors, and this is what we're getting today. And I'm taking the blush quite high, and right through there. Maybe a little bit too much blush. And then I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. And today's contour is going to be from Morphe 2, the Sun and Done Smooth Gliding Bronzer Stick. You know, I have been a huge fan of this. It is so pretty. Okay, so far so good, but I love how the complexion is looking. It feels hydrated, it feels soft, it still feels slightly tacky. However, I'm gonna give it an opportunity to dry down a little bit more. What I wanna do next is a quick eyeshadow look, and today I'm gonna be using the Sigma eyeshadow quad in the color story Bonbon. For some reason, I'm just in a pink mood, so let's go ahead and do a quick eyeshadow look with this. I'm gonna go ahead into Soft on a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna go above the crease. I love using eyeshadow quads because they're super easy. You don't have to think too hard. And then on a smaller brush, I'm gonna go in with Chocolate and hit the outer thirds of my eye up in the corner. Then I'm just gonna take a clean fluffy brush and blend all that just to soften it. And then I'm gonna take on my fingertip Berry. And then on a tiny, tiny brush, I'm gonna go into Liqueur. And we're gonna pop it into the corner just to wake up that eye look. And right below the brow. Right through there. I know I've been super lazy these days, just doing one and done eyeshadow looks, but I couldn't resist using this little eyeshadow quad from Sigma, especially this color story. With it becoming warmer and closer to springtime, I'm more inclined to do a little bit more, I don't know, color in my looks. I don't know, are you the same way? Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop on some eyeliner, and then we're gonna try out the new Benefit Cosmetics Bounce Mascara. Eyes are done. I just did a quick little wing with the Wet n Wild breakup proof skinny eyeliner. I've been really loving this. It has such a fine tip, so you can be really precise in drawing your wing. And we are now ready for mascara from Benefit Cosmetics Bounce Mascara. I actually got a mini size when I purchased the gel tint. I've also been working with it all week. You know how it is when you get a new mascara and you first try it out. It just doesn't work, so you have to use it several times for it to hit that sweet, sweet spot. But what is so different about this Bounce Mascara? It has a weird wand tip. Benefit's Volumizing Bad Gal Bounce Volumizing Mascara has a dual-sided brush. The bristle side boosts volume by 242%, while the comb side separates and defines for fuller, flake, and clump-free lashes. The regular size retails for $29. Are you kidding me? For a mascara? This wand tip applicator, I just don't get it. It's so, to me, let's look at it. It's very convoluted. It's really busy. Do you see it? Like I said, I've been using it all week, hoping to hit that sweet spot. But let's go ahead, and it's like all clumpy. I mean, I know this is just the mini size, but I love Benefit Cosmetics mascara, especially the roller lash. And those are often really, really good. So I don't know if I got a bum one, but yeah. So let's go ahead and apply this Bounce Mascara and see if it's really gonna improve my lashes by 242%. Brush and comb side. So I'm using the brush side, methinks. Yeah, okay. So we'll go root to tip. Now I'm gonna use the comb side. How can you tell? My eyes are so bad. I can't even tell which is the comb side. Okay, this is the comb side. Okay, so we don't have clumps. No flaking. What do you think? Yeah, I don't like this mascara. It's such a thick formula. It's not that good. I don't like it. Ugh. And I'm like on the 4th or 5th day of using this, and it's just a very thick formula. I find it clumpy. No wonder they had to put a comb on the other end of the brush to work out those clumps. Yeah, I don't like this. Now that the eyes are done, I feel like I've got false eyelashes on because that's how heavy this mascara feels. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to be going in with the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint. Now, you can use this on your cheeks as well as your lips. I find that this is a fantastic stain, and this is in the shade Burst. It's like a hot pink. Love this stuff, you guys. This stuff stains. It's perfect for the lips. And I'm just going to go right in. I love using this on the lips because it stains the lips all day long. As you can see, it doesn't move. It's such a beautiful flush of color. And yeah, it's bulletproof, literally bulletproof. Okay, the lips are nicely stained. We got a nice pop of color, but I want to add a drop of lip oil to make it nice and shiny and glossy. And we're going in with the Clarins Comfort Lip Oil in Potato, right over the top of the stain. And here we are with the final look. Now, the complexion looks definitely dewy, like really dewy. Not greasy, and it doesn't feel greasy. And remember, the only powder that we used on the face was the bronzer from Gucci. Everything else was liquid. So yeah, and I wanted to give it that fair chance of being that gel tint, of being that naturally dewy finish. And I think if you add powder onto it, that's just kind of defeating the purpose of it being that dewy glow. It surprisingly offers more coverage than I anticipated. So let's go ahead and turn the lights down to 20% and see exactly how the whole thing has come together. I think it looks great. I really do. It's very pretty. But is it $36 pretty? I don't know. We'll see. And if it will last all day, remember it's boasting it lasts for 12 hours. We are definitely going to put it to the test. But let's go out in natural daylight and see exactly how this gel tint is looking. And here we are in natural daylight. It is kind of a partly cloudy day. The dogs are barking, the birds are chirping, my neighbor's revving his engine down the street. But I wanted you to see what it looked like in natural daylight, and I think it looks really pretty. However, when you look around the mouth area, you can see a little bit of it breaking apart. Am I being paranoid? It looks makeup-y, and I thought since this was a skin tint, it would look a little bit more natural, but it's acting more like a foundation as opposed to a gel tint. But look how pretty that is. Yeah, pretty cloudy out. Hopefully the sun will come out soon. But yeah, and another thing, this doesn't have an SPF in it. So ladies, make sure you wear that sunscreen underneath, because exposure to the sun is the fastest way of aging, and the best defense is a good SPF. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Sun is coming out. Okay, I will do another check-in with you and I'll be right back. Okay, we are indoors. It has been over 4 hours since we first applied the gel tint, and I wanted you to see what it looked like in regular daylight. This is natural daylight coming into my house, and you can see everything. I think this is like the best lighting because it hides no flaws. But I wanted you to see how hydrated and moisturized and glowy the skin looks, but it's not tacky anymore. If you have an oily complexion, I think you'd have to powder it. But in my case, it just gives a really nice glow. Remember how it was acting weird around the mouth area? It's actually looking better. So this is what we look like at 4.5 hours. Still very glowy. Like I said, studio lights blow out everything, but this is natural daylight after 4 hours, and it's hanging in there pretty well. So yeah, zoom in and get a nice close-up. So far so good. I really like it. It's very comfortable on the skin. I do have to say it's acting more like a foundation as opposed to a skin tint, but it looks really pretty. So yeah, I'll do another check-in in a few hours. Ooh, I see a kitty back there. She goes. And we are back. It's been over 9 hours since I first applied the new Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. And I have some thoughts, but before we jump into it, let's turn down the lights and see how it did over the course of the day. So here we are after more than 9 hours. It's been a long day. Matt and I were in the kitchen just now. He grilled some flat skirt steaks. You know, the really thin steak. And I made some homemade chimichurri with like fresh Italian parsley and garlic, olive oil, a little red pepper flake, and salt, a pinch of salt. And we put it on top of the chimichurri steak. No, we put it on top of the flat skirt steak. He roasted some potatoes, and then we did some asparagus, and oh my God, so good. Let me know if I have parsley in my teeth. But look how glowy my skin still looks. Glowy, not greasy, I think. You're definitely going to have to powder this down, especially when it gets warm and humid outside. But oh my goodness, this is more like a foundation than I think as a skin tint. It really is pretty. Remember, it was kind of acting weird around the mouth area. It's a little bit cakey around there, but I might have been a little too generous with how much I applied. But seriously, this is so pretty. This is more like a foundation than a skin tint, in my opinion. Now I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on this new Milk Hydra Grip Gel Tint. Remember, it retails for $36. It comes in 15 shades. I'm in the shade number 5. This is also made in the US. It's available at Sephora as well as Ulta now, which I absolutely love. Let me tell you something. This kind of surpassed my expectations in terms of coverage. It does have nice buildable coverage, and you can also shear it out. That was the pleasant part. I was pleasantly surprised about that. To me, it acts more like a foundation. I would say light to medium coverage. It just depends how much you use. If you have an oily complexion, you may want to use a setting powder. I think it's beautiful. I really do. I love how it's packaged. I love the whole idea of it. But remember, this does not have an SPF, which I find kind of strange in today's makeup. You know, even the NYX Buttermelt Glaze has an SPF of 30. This has 0. So it is what it is. Like I said, definitely wear your SPF underneath your makeup. You know, sun damage is the worst for our mature skin, so always use SPF, especially when you use this gel tint. But I was pleasantly surprised. More coverage than I anticipated. I love how it feels on the complexion. It's so hydrating. Where was this 2 months ago? Seriously, this is so hydrating on the complexion. Remember, it has all those skin-loving ingredients like the niacinamide, the triple-powered hyaluronic acid, as well as the aloe water and hemp seed. And it really did surpass my expectations in terms of coverage and in terms of longevity. It really does look good on the skin, and it really does last a long time. It's incredible. If you don't want to spend $36, check out the NYX Buttermelt Glaze. This is so much more affordable, but this has more coverage than this. So those are my thoughts on the new Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Gel Tint. It kind of surprised me. It caught me off guard. Performs like a foundation, but it feels like a skin tint. So let me know down in the comments if you're thinking about testing out this gel tint. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.